Right, good afternoon everybody, and thank you for coming to a press conference to announce another tremendous show. As you can see from the people who are up here on the two top tables, we've got some terrific bouts for you, and it's going to be in a really atmospheric hall in Leicester at the beginning of October. And Frank, of course, is promoting, and on paper, Frank, it's another cracking bill with two tremendous fights.
It is. I can't wait for it myself. You know, when you look at it, it's, these are the fights that fans will buy tickets for. You know it's going to be a great atmosphere, they're competitive, and they've got a story, these fights. And I'm quite sure, looking at Jack and Ohara's fight, that's going to be a, well, you know it's going to be a great fight, so it's got fight written all over it. It's going to be something special. And Daniel is being stepped up. You know, Kevin John for him, that's a good fight for him, and it's at his stage of his career, and again I'm looking forward to that. And then we've got our very own special double Olympic gold champion, gold medalist, and she'll be fighting either for a world title or an interim title, but we can't announce the opponent until next week because of contractual situation. But she will be fighting for either an interim or world title, and I'm fingers crossed it'll be for the world title.
Leon and Archie on paper, another cracker,
right.
and a new signing in Sam Bowen.
Yeah, well, you know, Liam and Archie is again, it's got fight written all over it, isn't it? They're both competitive fighters. They've got good fan base, and you know you're going to get what you want out of that fight, which is going to be something. I think it's going to be just a total exciting night, and that's again adds to it. And I'm really delighted that Sam's joined us. He's on board with us, and his manager Carl. I'm really delighted that they've signed with us. He is a bit of a hidden gem, and he's going to get a lot of exposure now. And we've got quite a few fighters in that division, so there's some great matchups there to be made.
And of course, from the Leicestershire area, Ibstock boy, Leon from Leicester, and potentially, I mean, Archie would have his own ideas about that, but somewhere down the line, Sam and Leon would be a possibility.
There you go, Sam, Leon, or Archie, you know, and other guys that we got. It's just an exciting division, and they are quality fighters.
Well, let's start with the guys on the front first of all. Leon, back in your hometown, and I know you'll be selling a lot of tickets. Archie's undefeated though. What do you make of the fight?
I think it'll be a good fight, to be honest. It weren't a fight that I was going out looking for, do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I heard that he was saying we've asked for this fight so many times, and at the time, I was recovering from a bad back injury, so I was out, I wasn't even active, do you know what I mean? I wasn't even training or anything, and then obviously I got a keep steady fight, and obviously on Twitter it's bubbled over from there, and here we are.
You had the injury, Leon.
Like I said, it would be.
Leon, did you have any reaction from your last fight? You had the injury.
What in my last fight? Did
you have any problems as a result of the fight?
No. I wouldn't do that to myself. Do you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't step into the ring unless I'm fit and ready, and I know that I can do the business. Do you know what I'm saying? So, in the fight, it felt completely fine. Didn't feel no twinges, no nothing. Like, if anything, like since like that injury there, I feel like I'm a lot more stronger and more powerful for it, and I'll explain why now. When it happened, I feel like it was a big like release of energy throughout my body. Do you get what I'm saying? And I've never felt anything like it in my life. It was so painful, like to the point where I was thinking like, where am I going with boxing after this? Because I was on the floor for 5 hours waiting for the ambulance to come and get me. Do you get what I'm saying? So luckily Hudge was there and helped me out and looked after me, went home to his own house, got his bread, blanket, pillow, got me water and looked after me, do you know what I mean, until they came. And it just felt like a big release of energy to me. Obviously at the time it didn't, it was painful. But after, like, I just feel stronger than I ever have before. So it's a bit of a funny one, that.
Archie, you're undefeated, couple of wins in 2018. Yeah. He's had a lot of publicity. What do you make of this fight?
Listen, it's a good fight. Do you know what I mean? We're both unbeaten fighters. It's just got rapping, isn't it, at the end of the day? So I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm glad it's on. And then, like I say, we got offered this fight at the beginning of the year. It's now happening in October. So listen, it's done, isn't it?
How confident are you?
Listen, I know what we're here to do. Like I say, Woodstock's a good fighter, but it's just about levels now. It's just about levels, and you'll see that in October.
How do you mean it's just about levels? Are you suggesting you're a level higher?
Yeah, 100%. Listen, he's a one-dimensional fighter. My boxing IQ is unreal. So, yeah, listen, I can see the belt's there. Just make sure it's clean when it's coming home.
What do you mean make sure it's
That's
clean?
mine.
Clean for what?
Once I get that belt, make sure it's clean, yeah?
Alright. I actually find it cute, but it's fine,
Cute,
it's fine.
yeah.
I've been in the same position as you, do you know what I mean? So, and I feel like this fight is what British boxing needs. We need more
100%.
fights like this,
100%.
100%. So it's only healthy for the sport, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no bad blood. I don't know him, do you know what I mean? I don't know him, I don't know who he is. I've never met him in my life. I didn't know about who he was until someone told me, there's some guy called Arch Sharp, he's saying that he wanted to fight you, this, that, and the other. And I was like, what? Let me go and have a look. And I went and looked, and I was like, oh, okay then. He wants to have a go. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough.
Archie, does it worry you going up into Leicester, into his back garden, so to speak?
No. Listen, as an amateur, mate, I boxed all around the world. I boxed
Here we
classy
go.
fighters.
As an amateur,
And,
that's all we ever hear. As an amateur, bruv, what
I
you
ain't
did
had
when
the
you was
chance to do it
12
in the
years
pro.
old.
I've got the chance to do it now. I've never had
Listen,
the chance to do it. as
when
a
you
pro.
was 12, it don't matter now. Listen,
12,
listen.
yeah?
When my mum slapped me on my hand for playing my matches when I was 12, it don't matter now.
You're
innit?
just upset.
It happened then.
You're upset because you never had a chance to do anything like that.
Bro, I did. I
One
just
time
didn't
you
want
stepped
it.
up as an amateur, mate. What happened? You got beat.
No, bro, I went further than you did and I only had 24 fights and knocked
What?
out 17 of the bomber class. What did you do, fam?
Silly
Give you that
boy. Look
talk.
at your record, mate.
What do you mean, look at it? Fam, I got a better record overall than you have.
How can you work that out? 7, 8 national
Bro,
titles, mate. What you won?
Who did you stop?
What do you mean who did I stop? But look at the fighters I beat.
You
mate.
didn't
4
stop no one.
Olympians. Do you know what I mean? Listen,
Bro,
you're
I
a fool.
dropped, at the number 2 in the country.
Yes,
I had
you're a fool.
16
You're a
fights,
fool.
He had
You're a
70
fool.
fights.
You talk a lot.
Yeah,
Listen,
he had
the fight's
70
on.
fights.
The
I
fight's
dropped
on.
him
You
in the
talk a lot.
first round and beat him on a unanimous decision, fam. In the
Yeah.
elite championships with
In the
16
elite
fights.
championships, yeah.
16
Alright, mate.
fights,
Why
bro.
You never won nothing, mate.
All right, mate. We'll see what happens anyway.
Listen,
you
exactly.
just sit there, nice and
Listen,
comfy
you've
with
been on.
yourself.
You've been over
When
Twitter
I'm
talking
beating
a
your
lot.
little blood clot,
Listen.
yeah. We'll see what happens, innit? We'll
Mate,
see.
talk
We'll
properly,
see.
mate. Come on, talk. Come on, talk properly. What's the
Right,
matter with me?
don't wind each other up anymore. Not least because you've got Sam sitting between you. Just get a microphone, Sam. And first of all, before I ask you who you think's going to win that fight, be careful how you answer that.
He'll tell you when he goes.
What about joining Frank's stable? It's obviously a big move and maybe opening a few doors for you.
Yeah, obviously it's going to be opening some massive doors. We've had it the hard way to start with. Like I say, I've won the British title now. I'm the best in Britain, and that was obviously on an on-TV show. But now we're with Frank Warren, and they'll be on big stages. And like I say, I know obviously these two are arguing over their fight and stuff. I'll let them get on with it, but at the moment, and I will be staying. I am the best in Britain, and this belt will be staying with me until I vacate it to anybody else.
I wish I'd got 10 quid for every time Carl said to me, watch this guy, he's special. He rates you, doesn't he?
Yeah, but obviously he only says what's true. He don't put rubbish on the internet. He just put, obviously, that's what social media is for. That's why I stay away from it, because I've got more important things to do. I let what people do the social media for me. But everything he's put on there, I know it's entertaining, but it's true as well. So everything that he puts on this, on that, I don't say it. I believe in my abilities without social media. But he puts it on there because he's got every faith in his, and like I say, he's proven everything he said's been right. And like I say, we'll now be going on to bigger and better things on a bigger stage, and obviously the whole world will be able to see what me and Carl as a team are about. So.
How far do you think you can go, Sam? Because you're, undefeated in 13 fights now, 9 stoppages. It's an impressive record.
Yeah, I'm 13-0. There's no limits. I'm not going to start name dropping and stuff, but we've got to defend the British a few times. But like I said, there is no limits with me. I believe I'm definitely better than British level and European level, and it would be amazing to obviously go on to the world stages. And I'm more than capable and more than confident that that will happen, and we'll get what's deserved and what's been trained for. And
just give us a word as well about fighting in Leicester, because as an Ibstock boy, it's only 10, 12 miles down the road. You're going to have a lot of fans there.
Yeah, it's obviously since I've been born, I've been Ibstock, Leicestershire lad. Only since I met my missus, who's from London. We moved out of Leicestershire for convenience reasons, but yeah, I'm a Leicestershire born fighter. So, and obviously with a fight in Leicester Arena, it'd be amazing. And that's where I'm from, and that's obviously where I work still in Leicester. All my friends and all my family are from Leicester, so they'll all be there, be packed out with obviously people that matter to me. So.
Now, potentially you could be fighting one of these lads alongside you. Are you going to get off the fence and say who you think's likely to win?
It'd be a good fight, like I say. I don't know, they're both different in their own ways. It's a 50-50 fight. People obviously have got their own opinions on it, and it doesn't really bother me who wins, to be honest. I personally know I'll beat both of them, so let them decide who boxes me in the future. It's down to them, and it'll be a good fight, don't get me wrong. So. Diplomatic
to a fault. Daniel, let's talk heavyweights now, and Kevin Johnson coming over. You had a bit of a mouthy customer last time who was trying to wind you up, Tom Little, and eventually you did a pretty good number on him. Do you think that you learnt from that fight?
Yeah, not just the fight, but the whole experience, training camp and sparring, and just the whole experience I learned, and I'll use it in my next fights.
And what about Kevin Johnson? I mean, he's vastly experienced. So I've got a list of people who he's fought, not beaten, but he's been the distance with Tyson, with Vitaly Klitschko, with Derek Chisora, with Manuel Shah, not so long back with Kubrat Pulev, with Andy Ruiz Jr. I mean, that's an impressive list of names.
Yeah, he's got good credentials. He's been in with pretty much everyone, and I'm sure it'll be a good challenge come October the 6th, and I'm looking forward to it.
How far are you away from your 21st birthday now? It's not...
September, yeah.
September? I thought it was coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
And is that British title going to be on the radar?
Well, we'll see. It's up to Frank and my team really setting up my path before me. But I just go in there and fight whoever's in front of me.
I said about wishing I got 10 quid for every time Carl had picked the phone up and said, look at this Sambo, and I also wish I got 10 quid for every time somebody had said to me, how good do you think Daniel Dubois is? Yeah. Do you think this one's going to prove a point a little? Show people what you can do?
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I know I can do. I train very hard in the gym, and it's just improving. I'm improving all the time as a fighter. So, yeah.
You obviously would have watched the fights on the bill last weekend, which got a lot of publicity and people were talking about them. How close to that sort of level do you think you are, or do you think you are at that level now? And if you were thrown in, that you could cope?
No, I still got a bit of time, a bit of learning to do, but not far off at all. They're very good fights at the weekend. Dylan and Chisora, but they're all good fights. They're all good fights like that. It makes the heavyweight division more interesting. So, but I'm just focusing on my game and my next few fights.
I heard Colin yesterday talking on TalkSport, and he was saying that he cannot remember the heavyweight division at any time, Frank, being as strong as it is now. If you look at the talent in Britain, you go back to Henry Cooper's era, and it was nothing like this.
No, I absolutely agree with what you're saying and what Colin said. It is exciting times to be a heavyweight. And there's some great matchups to be made, in the next couple of years. Some great fights to be done, and that's just between the domestic level, and then you've got some fights to be made with overseas fighters. There's some really good youngsters around as well in Europe.
And as ever for Daniel, I mean, it's timing, isn't it?
It's all
you
about,
don't want to be shoving him too quickly.
About, for young fighters, it's all about timing. It's picking the right moment and the right time. It's like I always say, matchmaking. Picking the right guy, it's like throwing the perfect punch. It's the timing. You've got to get it right.
Timing right for Nicola. Going to be fighting for a world title or an interim world title, undefeated. And you ready to go on this one?
Yeah, I am. I'm ready to go. I've been asking Frank for a while now to get me a world title, and hopefully come October 6th, it's going to be my time. I've been telling everybody for a while that I'm ready and I want to step up in class and I want to show the world what I'm made of, and this is my chance to do it.
Where are you based now? Where are you doing all your preparations?
I'm based now at Sheffield with Dominic Ingle, and training's going really well. I'm liking the camp. I used to train there as an amateur anyway, so it's nothing really new to me there. We've got a good lot of boxers there. I'm getting good sparring, good training, and I can see me coming home with a win.
Do you, when you spar? Pardon my ignorance on this, but just tell people who you're going in against. I mean, they have a long-held policy there of everybody getting in and fighting everybody. I mean, do you go in with some of the guys, some of the juniors? Yeah, I do. I get in and spar the juniors. I've done a couple of rounds with Billy. Everybody spars everybody there. There's no exceptions, and I think it's really good because you learn a lot from all the different fighters, the different styles, what shots they throw. I'm picking up things and learning new things all the time, and that's what I like to do. I'm the type of boxer that I like to grow and learn and develop as I go along. And for me, I believe that you're never the finished article in boxing. There's always something more you can learn, and here I'm learning a lot more. And you've actually gone in and sparred against Billy Joe? Yeah. Interesting experience. He's looking sharp. What about the buzz around that gym? I mean, it's always whenever you visit there, it's always been special, going back 30 years or more. Are you enjoying being a part of that whole feeling? Yeah, I am. I'm really enjoying being a part of that. The banter, the excitement, the jokes. It's never a dull moment there, and it just makes training that much more fun and entertaining. You actually, when you're going into the gym, you know, it might be raining outside or whatever, and you get in the gym and there's always a lot of banter, and it just makes you that much more happier and excited to be in the gym and get training and get some work done. So have you actually moved to Sheffield now? Yeah. Good city, isn't it? Yeah. I am biased since it's where I sprung from originally. Right, top of the bill, Ohara Davies and Jack Catterall. It's been talked about a lot, and it's finally here, Frank. I mean, this is a really special fight. It's more than just a trade fight. It's one which anybody who follows boxing knows is going to be a class.
No, it's just it is. I mean, it's they're two super guys. They're both great fighters, and I think, as I say, it's going to be something special. I'm trying to get it as an eliminator for a world title. We're working on that at the moment, but this is I think this is good as it gets. Let's start with Ohara. You've been waiting for this one and talking about it. He's here now. Anything to say?
Before we start, I need some help. I'm not sure how to open this water thing. Can someone help me?
I can do that for you.
Thank you. It's quite weird, isn't it? See, where I come from here, all of our waters are the ones that you have to turn. But when you come up to central London and they got like all that money up here, their water's different. You have to do some weird stuff.
So what about this fight? Tell us, it's one you've been waiting for. Mm-hmm. Tell us why you think you're going to win it.
Have I been waiting for this fight? I think he's been waiting for the fight. I've already been on a big stage. I'm the name. Jack's more the one. Jack's a really good fighter, but he's been waiting for his big shot, and now he's got his big shot. He's worked his way up, and it's going to be a great fight.
Jack, you're looking for the big shot. You don't see it that way, do you?
Yeah, this is my big opportunity, my big shot, and I can't wait to take it with both hands.
And what about him as a fighter? Tell us what you think. What you think's going to happen?
Yeah, listen, I respect him as a fighter. He's a good fighter, but I see a lot of flaws. And October the 6th, I'm coming to exploit them.
You must have been delighted with your performance in your last contest against Tyrone McKenna. I mean, that was a fantastic, crowd-pleasing fight, and you came through.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily over-pleased with the performance. I know that I can perform better than that. I was happy to get the rounds under the belt. Tyrone was, again, a lot of respect to him, tough fighter, plenty to work on in the gym, put me in good stead for the next fight.
Are you going to tell us, give us a little sneak observation as to what you think his weaknesses are?
Listen, we've all got weaknesses. I've watched him fight before, we've fought on the same bills. You'll have to wait till October the 6th, and I'm sure you'll see.
What did you think of his performance against Tyrone McKenna, and what do you think of him as a fighter?
I haven't seen the fight yet, but I've seen like 3 or 4 rounds of it. But he won the fight. That's what that matters. At the end of the day, we all have our good fights. We've all got bad fights happen at times, and I reckon how he performed in a fight, it doesn't show who he is as a fighter. He is a lot better than that. So I'm not gonna look on that fight and be like he's not a good fighter, because he is. I'm probably disappointed. All you cameramen, all you media people probably came out here expecting me to say some crap like Jack's not good, he's a bum, I'm gonna knock him out, blah blah blah. Listen, man, Jack's a really good fighter, and it's gonna be a great fight. I'm sorry if I'm disappointing any of you camera people that come to things like this and you want to make me look bad and give me a bad name. You know, you come here, we're gonna go back and we're gonna say Ohara Davies said this, Ohara Davies said that. Listen, today I'm not making no headlines. Let Jack have the headline and let Nicola Adams have the headline. I'm just me.
You came up short a little while back against Josh Taylor. How much do you think you've got a point to prove and to get that one behind you properly with another big performance?
I've really got it behind me, to be honest. I've really got it behind me. A lot of people talk about that fight, but these things that happen in life. Where I come from, I didn't have nothing. I come from the hood. Listen, I came here, I couldn't even open this. That shows you where I'm from. So the fact that I'm on the big stage, I'm sat on a table with names, it means that I've done okay. I've done okay. I'm a lot better than where I come from. And whatever I achieve in boxing, even if I never fight again, I'm proud of what I've achieved.
Jack, you're highly rated and have been for some time with the WBO. When you hear Frank saying he's looking at getting it as an official eliminator, it's kind of what you've been waiting for, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I've had the European version and the Intercontinental for a couple of years now, so we've been building the way up the rankings. So, I mean, I'm excited for the fight. Anyway, these are the fights that I want to be involved in. I couldn't con the people that come support me with rubbish fights. I know this is going to be an entertaining fight. That's why I don't have to talk all the rubbish for the build-up. People want to come out and see the fight. I mean, if Frank can get an eliminator of some sort on the fight, then it's that extra motivation for us both, because once I come through the fight, then I know it's going to be pushing towards them world titles.
Are you surprised to sit here today and hear him being Mr. Respectful? Because that's not always the case.
Yeah, that's not always the case, but listen, Jack's a good fighter. Like, I can't lie. Like, you know, maybe this time last year I would have sat here and lied and said some stupid stuff, but listen, Jack's a good fighter. It's going to be a good fight. And like I said earlier, I'm sorry for all you media people that came here with the intent of going back home, typing up some bullcrap and making me look like a unintellectual, arrogant guy from the hood. But I'm sorry that I disappointed all of you lot today. But today I want to be normal.
Does this surprise you?
I don't get involved in it. You know that. Everybody knows that. I focus on me. I like to be respectful. I've got 7 younger brothers, so I don't want to go home tonight and them say, why have you been swearing, why have you been saying this? Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to portray myself in that kind of way, but you never know. We'll have another press conference before the fight, and he might come as a different O'Hara. It means no difference to me. I'm just looking forward to October the 6th.
Well, you know there's going to be things said and spoken about it, notably, I guess, on social media. That's inevitable. Do you look at that? Do you rise to it, or do you just let it wash over you?
If I've got time, I'll have a little play on the social media. It doesn't mean too much. I mean, some people get carried away with it and let it ruin their lives. For me, it's just finish the gym. I've got a little pastime before I cook some tea. I might have a little play on it, but it's not the be-all and end-all. Frank,
you've presided.
Can I say one last thing, please?
Sorry, go on. Yeah.
I know that I say a lot of things on over social media, but for this fight, I'm not saying anything on social media. Like I said, all you camera people, you're all waiting for me to go back and to write some bullcrap over social media, but I'm not going to mention Jack's name. There'll be no picture of him, and I'm not going to mention his name over social media. So all you camera people, you're leaving here this morning disappointed, and I'm pleased.
So if somebody says something bad about you on Twitter or says that he's going to nail you or whatever, you're not going to.
If you see my DMs on Instagram from this morning, I've been getting DMs, pictures of me on the floor on the fight that I lost. Listen, man, I get people saying, listen, you're going to get knocked out. Listen, I got like a DM, a picture of me on the floor, and it's got Jack's face there. Like, and he's smiling his head. And listen, I look at these things and I laugh because I'm like the same people that it's like the same people that say all these things. I'm getting paid off for you guys, and I'm like the boxing public are not smart. Like they're quite stupid because no, I tell you why they're quite stupid. It's because they hate people like me. They hate people like me, and they want me to fail. But they want me to fail so much that they're the ones that are making me succeed. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like I made a vlog on my YouTube the other day. I was like, if you want someone to fail, don't speak about them. Do not like don't talk about them. Don't say anything. But it's like they want me to fail and constantly going online and they're talking about me and they're keeping me relevant. So if I didn't have any haters, I probably wouldn't be on a big stage. So you know, all my haters, they're doing me a fantastic favour. And just to the whole of boxing, I've played all you guys. I've played this game and the whole sport. I've played you lot like dummies, and that's the truth of the matter. I've played all of you guys. My boxing career can end now. I'm good and I'm happy, and I've got what I needed out of this game. So when my time's, once I'm done, I'm done. I've leaving this game. I'm happy. I've played all you guys. All you guys thinking that I got played. All you guys got played, and I think that's what I've got to say.
Coogan, I know I can see you champing at the bit to get in here. One of the people who's been played like a dummy. What you got to say to him?
Listen, I like Coogan. Like my first ever interview, Coogan gave it to me. So you know, Coogan's one of the good guys in this game. But a lot of these other boxing people are idiots.
I'll bet you £100 that you can't keep your mouth shut about Ohara in the fight.
£100. Listen, everyone here's his bet. Make it 150. 150. Done? She's shaking it. £150.
If you say anything negative about Jack Catterall between now and the 6th of October, £150, and I'll donate it to a charity. If not, you can do it for yours.
Okay, deal. Deal.
There we go. Frank, I was about to say you've presided over a lot of tremendous domestic scuffles over the years. This is another one, isn't it? It's got all the makings.
It is, and you know, as I say, it's going to be a good fight. You know, the guys, I think there is a genuine respect as far as their boxing ability is concerned. But I think at the end of the day, as I say, we're going to see a great fight. It just can't be anything but a great fight.
We're going to do photographs, and there'll be opportunities to do one-on-ones with everybody. Everybody's here to help and sell the show on October the 6th.